Hey everybody, and welcome back to Baking with Joy. Today we're going to be making banana chocolate chip muffins. And I got these cute little bake cups at the dollar store. And they're real springy. If you can see this one, and this purple stripe. And this one is a little flowery. I did put a little baking spray. I've never used baking cups before. This will be the first time. And they're kind of bigger than the just regular paper cups. But I did put a little squirt of baking spray in there. But in this bowl, I have 3 medium-sized bananas, 3/4 cups of brown sugar, you can either measure out a cup of bananas. I just used 3 medium bananas, which it should equal to about a cup of bananas. And I just mushed them up, smashed them up with a potato masher. And then I added 3/4 cup of light brown sugar. And to that, I'm going to add about a teaspoon of vanilla. And 1/4 cup of buttermilk. And let's see, we're gonna just mix this up good on low so it don't splatter everywhere. I just want to get my bananas and brown sugar a little bit better incorporated. Than what it was. Okay, that smells really good. Okay, now I've got 1 egg that I want to add. And actually I got a little shell in there, but I got it. Let's get a paper towel here. Okay, I'm going to mix my egg up in there. And my bananas, brown sugar and vanilla, and buttermilk. Okay, now we're going to add in, I've got a 1/2 stick of melted butter here. And I'm just going to get a spoon. And I melted this stick of butter in the microwave and it was real hot, so I let it cool before I added it to this mixture. And I'm going to blend again with my hand mixer. You don't have to use your hand mixer or mixer at all. You can just use a spatula. Okay. I didn't use all-purpose flour. I've got 2 cups of self-rising flour. Anytime that I can, I like to use self-rising flour because you can skip the baking powder and the soda. Although I did add a pinch of salt, but if you were using all-purpose flour, you would need to add 2 1/4 teaspoons full of baking powder and a spoonful of salt. But since I've used 2 cups of self-rising flour, I did add a little pinch of salt. And in there I've got 1/4 of a teaspoon of cinnamon. And I'm just going to whisk that in. Okay. Now we're going to slowly incorporate this into our wet ingredients. And again, we're going to go low. because we don't want to overmix it. And actually, I believe instead of using my hand mixer, I will just blend this in and use a spoon to mix in the rest, because we don't want to overmix. Okay, so I'm just gonna go around here and get it all mixed in, the flour mixed in. Whoops. Should have got a larger mixing bowl. I've got 9 baking cups prepared on my baking sheet. Got my oven preheated to 350 degrees. Okay, that looks good. You just want to get it to the flour. You don't see any flour in there. Now, as the last ingredient, I'm adding in a cup of chocolate chips. Now, I do have milk chocolate. You could use a combination of milk chocolate and semi-sweet. Or you could use all semi-sweet if you wanted. I just preferred milk chocolate. So we're going to stir our chocolate chips in. Oh, that smells so good. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to take about a fourth of a cup, and just go in here into our baking cup. Yeah, you might need to do this a couple of times. The thing with cupcakes, though, you don't want to fill them all the way to the top, but this batter is pretty thick. So I think maybe a couple of times with this, because this is 6-ounce baking cups. Just keep that in mind. And because you want them to rise up to the top, but you don't want them to overflow. And I think I have enough of batter here for 9 cups. Okay, everybody, I'm going to continue to fill up my cups, and when I get done, we'll come back. Okay, everybody, I got my cups all done up, and as you can see, they're not full to the top, so that'll give them a little rising time, little rising room. It's the first time I've ever used baking cups, so I just keep my fingers crossed and hope and pray that they don't overflow. So they're going into a 350 degree oven for about 20 to 25 minutes. And when they get done, we'll come back and I'll show you what they look like. Hey everybody, we're back, and it took exactly 30 minutes for my little muffins to bake. And as you can see, they didn't overflow. They rose completely to the top, and they smell so good. Chocolate chip banana muffins. I didn't put any nuts in it. It's a very simple recipe. 30 minutes at 350 degrees. And everybody, this is the little tray that I got at the dollar store. And as you can see, it matches the baking cups. And I think it's so cute. And I got me a little new utensil holder and some baking utensils. But I just wanted you to see that on my little tray. And this is the first time my first experience baking in baking cups. And the banana chocolate chip muffins, they do smell wonderful. And everybody, I hope you try this recipe. It smells delicious. We're gonna have one later. We're not gonna take a taste test right now. But everybody, I hope you have a blessed evening. And this has been Baking with Joy. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. We love you. And good night.